Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome to another Pan That Palette update. This year I am panning the Lorac Pro Palette and this is update number 5. I'll have the playlist with all of my previous updates linked up in the cards and also in the description box down below. I'll go ahead and insert a picture now of where I was at in the introduction video. In the first update, the second update, the third update, the fourth update, and this is how I'm looking right now. I do not have any new pan this month, however I have expanded some pans and also created a few more dips. I think the most noticeable difference is espresso. I've started going up towards the top, so there's a little bit more pan showing now than there was last month. I've also deepened the dip in pewter, so you can see that dip there is a lot more noticeable than it was. I've also started using white and nude a little bit in the last month, so there's a bit of a dip going on in both of those. It's very hard to see on the white shade on camera, but you can kind of see the one in nude a little bit. They are quite shallow dips, but it's good to see that I'm making a start in those shades. So this month I've been doing the same eye look that I had been doing for the last 2 months, which is pewter all over the lid and then taupe and sable in the crease to deepen it up. The only thing that really changed was instead of using cream to set my eyeshadow primer, I'm using white, and instead of using champagne as my highlighter, I'm using nude. White actually has a little bit of a sparkle to it, which I don't think I realized until I started using it this month. I actually don't mind it, especially just to set my eyeshadow primer. You don't really see it because I'm then covering it up with other colors on my eyes anyway. I have actually still managed to get a little bit of use out of cream. I've been using it occasionally to set my under eye concealer, which I don't wear every day, but about once or twice a week I do wear a full face of makeup, so when I do, I've been getting a little bit more use out of cream, which is great because it means that I can continue to use it even though I've now swapped over to these two shades. Taupe I am using in my eye looks and I'm also using it as my face bronzer. Light pink and mauve I have been mixing together as a blush shade, again just on days where I'm doing a full face of makeup, but I actually used them to do my eye look today. I just felt like doing something a little bit different. I'm getting a little bit tired of just the exact same eye look every single day. Sable again I am using on my eyes, but just like the tiniest amount. Espresso I'm using for my brows every day and I also used it to line my eyes today. Black I'm not going to be using in this Pan That Palette challenge. Nude is what I'm using as a highlighter at the moment, both for my eyes and for my face. Champagne I actually haven't touched all month because I've swapped over to nude, but I did actually use it on my eyes today, so the one and only use that it's had for the last month. Gold hasn't been touched because I've been focusing on pewter. Light bronze hasn't been touched this month. Pewter is the main lid shade that I've been using. I think I've done like 2 or 3 makeup looks that haven't involved pewter in the last month. They've all been in the last few days because I really am, as I said, just a little tired of the same look. And then the last 3 shades I haven't used this month. Again, they're not ones that I'm really going to be using for this challenge. So moving forward for the next month, I really need to listen to my gut instinct, which is telling me that I need a break from this one look. It is a shame because I was hoping if I really stuck it out with pewter I would be able to hit pan on it next month, but I just get the feeling if I keep going and forcing myself to use that one shade and that one eye look, then I'm gonna get so sick of it that I'll just stop using the palette completely. So I figure if I give myself a little break, give myself time to reset, I'll be able to come back to it fresh and keep making progress. So I don't want to stop using the palette completely. I just want to kind of move the focus away from pewter because I have been using it pretty much non-stop for 3 months I think. So I just want to allow myself for the next month to create whatever eyeshadow look that I want from this palette. I also want to allow myself to use my other palettes because I'm at that point in the year where I'm just missing a bit of color. So I'm kind of just taking the pressure off myself. I'm still going to be using this palette, but just maybe not every single time I do my makeup. There are certain shades in here that I can very easily keep using every time I do makeup. Like the white, I will keep using that to set my eyeshadow primer because it doesn't matter what sort of eye look I'm doing on top. I can keep using the white very easily. Same for cream with setting my concealer. That's very easy to use. It doesn't really bother me whether I use it or not, so I may as well use it. And also nude as my highlighter. Very happy with that one. And of course espresso for my brows. That's just an easy choice. So I will still be getting a lot of use out of this even if I'm creating my main eyeshadow look from another palette. but I do also want to be using the shades in here as much as I want to. I think especially on days that I'm at work, I'm very happy to create an eye look from this palette because I'm never going to wear colourful eyeshadow to work. But there's a few different combinations I can create for a work look out of this palette, so I think the majority of the time I am still going to be using this palette for the next month. Do I want to set specific goals? It would be really cool to hit the top of the pan on espresso. I think that's a very steep goal for the next month. I really don't think it's going to happen, but that is the direction that I'm going to keep using the shadow, is up towards the top of the pan there. Obviously I do want to deepen the pans in both white and nude. I don't think I'm going to be hitting pan in the next month, but it would be really cool to see a bit more of a dip in both of those. But I think that's enough for the month since I'm trying to really take the pressure off. I don't want to set too many goals and then feel like I still have that pressure on me. So we will leave it there for this update. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you are enjoying the series and I will see you again next time. Bye!